What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 1188 of FloWrestling Radio, live from Austin, Texas on a fine Wednesday morning here. Fun week here in Austin, Texas. Got the whole company in the house. It's buzzing. It's a great time. And we're having a special Wednesday episode because we have our holiday party tonight. And the reasons beyond that, we don't have to get into. It's nobody's business. But no, we're going to stay up late and have some fun. To my right, James Dean Rader. He's new boot goofing right now.
Yeah, he is.
To the left, Andrew Spay. He's new Gore-Tex goofing.
I got Gore-Tex on,
new
no
Nike
big deal.
shoes.
Not trying to flex, just
That's just him. And to the left, America's side piece, the pride of Albania, John Kozak, the father. Okay, boys. Busy weekend. We're traveling, some of us to Nashville for the Collegiate Duals, which go down Saturday and Sunday. There's a ton of other big duels going on this weekend. We've got Oklahoma State versus Nebraska. We've got some rule changes for UWW we want to talk about. JD, where should we begin, sir?
Let's talk a little Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
They're competing this weekend, but before we get into that, Cale gave some media this week, as he does weekly. What did you learn from Cale's media day?
Quite a bit. So he said Josh Barr did not travel last week, but he is traveling this week. No, beyond that, no discussion on will he, won't he wrestle. Believe there's going to be a wrestle off soon, and that will likely determine who goes 197. That's my guess. And so we could see Josh Barr this weekend is the thought against North Dakota State and or Stanford. Learned that. He said Nagal's progressing, was wrestling that day, but they're just being patient with him. And also had a lot of good things to say about Nate Desmond. And I don't know if it was miscommunication or whatever, but from the week previous, Cale had made it sound like he can't go back down to 125. And maybe it sounds like as he was kind of re-clarifying basically that Desmond could go back down, but it's just with the descent plans, it makes it tough. But he did mention that he weighed in light, wrestling at 141, and basically he mentioned that he is redshirting this year, so I don't think any plans have changed there, and no word on. He was asked about Braden Davis, but he didn't really answer it. He was asked about Nagal and Davis, and he only talked about Nagal, so I don't know what that means. And then, he talked a little about the Wyoming duel and how cool it was to have, there were a bunch of Sandersons in the house, it sounded like, and they smashed the attendance record, which we already talked about. But that was most of it. Obviously, he downplayed the record, which, he's done that with when they broke the point scoring record for NCAAs. They're just not really about that or concerned with that.
You talk about his cookies?
Actually, that didn't come up. I don't know if the cookie dropped prior to
Media?
media.
We should order a box and then we could do like a live little taste test.
Why don't you do that?
Okay.
Expense it.
put the
fine.
cookie
He saw
down.
what Crumble was doing for his home state and said, "All right,
Let me
hold
get
my
in the game."
cookie."
Okay.
Well,
What should I order?
obviously,
91
yeah,
or the 24?
let's get $100 of Cale Sanderson cookies.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What's the best?
Are you gonna
deal?
order?
They're supposed to be
So these are
nutritionally
$3.83 per cookie.
decent, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Ancient grains.
I think Cale has like a sweet tooth, is what I've kind of understood.
Ooh, look at this.
96
Look at that.
cookies.
That's too many cookies.
16 boxes? Yeah, we can pull this.
That would literally feed families.
We can't eat that many. That would not be smart.
Okay.
We should get some of these.
All right, we'll order some.
Really order them. Put your credit card information while we're live streaming.
All right.
No, cookie drop. Now, if you remember, some of you may not. He used to have it was like the undefeated cookie, or called something like that when he first got to Penn State, I think. Now he's back.
This X really doing it.
He really is
You told me to do it. I'm going to do it.
doing it. Just don't show his address.
Just tell us your social security number, your mother's maiden name.
What was your first grade teacher's name, John?
Mrs. Symington.
Okay.
Symington.
Oh, are we getting this, boys? We're almost in.
How do I unlock this password?
So yeah, he's in the cookie game now too.
Good for Cale.
Yeah.
If assuming Penn State beats the dual streak record this weekend, where does that stack up in their the records they have, the NCAA point records, the number of NCAA champions or whatever other records they have.
They have a lot of, really impressive stats. Last year breaking the record, but getting 10 All-Americans and having national champs on top of it. That's really, we've talked about how rare it is to get 10 All-Americans. We've talked about the point scoring record. But to me, I think the dual streak record might be the most impressive one, the most difficult one, because it's not just one tournament. It's not just one season. It takes multiple seasons of not losing, obviously, but also we all know that duels are far more likely, more prone to upsets than tournaments, especially the NCAA tournament. So to me, I think this dual streak is actually potentially the most impressive streak that Penn State's had, especially when you consider, every year they wrestle Iowa. Every year they're pretty much, I think they always wrestle Ohio State. Like, they're wrestling the best Big Ten teams. And so to me, this is the one that I think stands out. And I think they're going to break it out on Saturday, it's really cool that we're going to be there for something that really is a historic thing. A record that has stood since 1951, a record that started in 1937 before World War II.
Literally generational. We said it last time.
It's a generational run. So for Penn State to do this, it is really impressive. And yeah, it's an achievement, and you wonder how long it goes.
It's way more impressive than Cal Ripken's IMO.
Oh, yeah. And
There is nothing. Listen, this record will be broken. Cal's will never be broken. Actually, not only will it never be broken, no one's even going to try. Imagine not trying.
Yeah, because they don't let you cheat anymore.
You think the dual record will be broken?
It'll be broken.
Ooh, I don't know.
It'll be broken. Listen, in 50 years, 60 years, I don't know.
When we're all
Maybe Penn State slips on a banana peel and they start a new one.
Hey, here's not to take anything away from what Penn State will in all likelihood accomplish, but shout out to Grandview for having twice as long of a record. Or
Okay.
What?
Come on.
What?
Shout out Grandview.
Why can't I shout out Grandview?
I don't know, because it's like to say it's twice as long. And
It's a different.
there's an implication there.
There's no implication. I just want to shout out our friends at Grandview.
Okay.
We want to walk the fans through the schedule for our journeyman collegiate duels.
Let's walk them through it. Have you only if you've ordered the cookies?
They're ordered. I got a dozen, clean
Okay.
dozen. It's I selected 2-day shipping.
Good, yeah.
So we could have these by next Tuesday's show.
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Because we're no Monday show because we're traveling back from Nashville.
No Monday.
And then Tuesday.
Yeah.
Is that the only show next week?
Correct.
Yeah.
We're giving out so many scheduling nuggets right now. Okay.
So we'll have them next.
We're going to have a live cookie reveal. This is just free. They haven't even asked for this.
As long as Carrie and the girls don't eat them.
Carrie.
You got to lock those cupboards up.
Mm-hmm.
Anna's in charge.
Like they're in high school and cutting weight.
Yeah, that's
Cupboard.
right. All right, so we're going to have a live cookie reveal. Okay. We have to have milk, too.
All right. So
Here's
here's
the
the schedule.
So 2 o'clock Eastern, I think. Nashville's Eastern, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
North Dakota State versus Stanford. Then North Dakota State versus Penn State at 4 Eastern. And then Stanford versus Penn State at 6. That is on Saturday. Why don't we stay there before we go to the Sunday?
All right.
The standout matches, Kozak, as you see it.
Standout matches, I think 133. You're looking at Stanford, Penn State, Marcus Blaze, Tyler Knox, huge, right? PJ Duke, Daniel Cardenas, another huge match. And then I'm really interested to see Lorenzo Norman back.
Yeah.
If he
Is he? Have you?
That's what I was told in Vegas, that it was kind of touch and go if he could wrestle in Vegas, but they fully expected him to be back by the duels. And Hayden Hidley was like, it's like, I don't know if I'd want my first match back to be Levi Haynes, but that's the plan right now.
It'll be a second match back.
There you go.
So it's
Second
fine.
match. So I think 74, I know obviously Levi's a huge favorite there, but Lorenzo Norman, when he is 100%, he's really, really good. And he almost beat Keegan. He beat Shane Griffith.
You can see Norman getting a takedown or two and then,
Yeah.
going the other way.
Yeah. And then I think 97, Posadas looked really good. early season.
He's
so
looked really good. Yeah, I mean,
whether
so if
that's
Barr's
Brazil,
back,
yeah.
that's a solid first test. We'll learn a lot about Josh. Like, not that we need to learn how good he is, but just how healthy he is, where he's at in his training. And if it's Mirasola, that's a tough match. Basada's good. Yeah, I feel like
I mean, Provo Lilidol, I didn't mention that either.
Provo Lilidol, Cardenas Duke.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big opportunity for PJ to make a big jump in the rankings. Garvin Messenbrink, I don't know if they've wrestled, but Garvin's going to try stuff. He's not just going to lay down.
Yeah, no matter what. I mean, even if it's Messenbrink by a large margin, it's still going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
That Duke Cardenas match might be the match that gets Penn State out of third place in the ranking.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right, they got to earn it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kozak, you still – well, we can get into that later.
Yeah. It didn't help that I also put Penn State second in the 2027 recruiting class rankings.
I think that could be amended. What?
Do you want me to pull those in now, or we
We could pull them in. We're talking about it. I think it's fine. So, and this, I'm Mr. Virginia Tech, right? But it feels like if we believe in our big board rankings and we have that many guys in the top 10 for Penn State, it feels like that trumps. But your counter, I think, is valid.
My counter is not all big boards are created equal. Some years, number 5 on the big board is different than some years. In my opinion, my diagnosis of this class, this is not the best class. Not to take anything away from other guys, but this is not the class of 2026, right? Where you have Jax, Bo, Jaden, all in this class. To me,
Rainey's.
that there is one dude in this class that is like, lock him in for 4-time AA, feel decent about multiple-time national champion. And that's Melvin Miller. Layden Sitton is number 2. He's a really good recruit. Penn State got him. There's a large gap between Melvin Miller and Layden Sitton, in my opinion. And to the point where Sitton might not be a starter for Penn State.
Yeah, and that's true. Like, think about previous Penn State recruiting classes. They probably got a nice bump for having Connor Mirasola, right? That basically you're projecting how well these guys are going to perform at the next level and how much they're going to impact the team they're going to. And Joe Seeley, Connor Mirasola, Nate Desmond's path in is looking difficult. And now you've got Sitton. So on that side of the coin, it's like, well, yeah, how did they get in? It's true.
And think the top 10 recruits that they got. And again, I don't necessarily dock them for that because you want those guys in your room, but it means more to a program like Virginia Tech, who, boom, you're automatically probably going to be in lineup. But Layden Sitton, Gray Burnett, I think is a really good recruit. He almost lost this weekend. Maybe should have at Ironman. Clinton Shepard lost this weekend at Ironman. You know, Gavin Mangano, excuse me. Really good recruit. Again, you tell me he is a spot starter for the Nittany Lions, doesn't crack the starting lineup at Big Tens when it's all said and done. I'm not that surprised.
The reality is a big dog like Melvin can outperform an entire recruiting class.
Yes.
If you get an Aaron Brooks, if you get a Mitchell Messenbrink, it can outscore from an NCAA team perspective. But there's also the aspect of lineup contribution and like how which is a factor as well.
And it's not like Melvin Miller is the only guy for Virginia Tech. They have 4 other guys in the top 50 coming in as well.
All right, so here's how I would counter maybe your logic. If you swapped recruiting classes and Virginia Tech got Penn State's recruits and Penn State got Virginia Tech's recruits, would that class be the number 1?
Yes.
Then I feel like it's almost, I don't know. It feels like Penn State is being measured on a curve that not everyone else is.
Well, let me ask you this. How many years of starting are you going to get out of this group?
I know that. I get
How
that.
many NCAA
Here's what I would say. If your Penn State, would you swap classes with Virginia Tech? Would you rather have Virginia Tech's class? Would you rather have Melvin Miller on your team than the guys you got? And I would say probably.
I don't
know that.
I think we do know that. I think they've made their choices.
Well, here's a question I have for you, JD, and not to put you on the hot seat any more than you already are, but how much were you motivated to rank Virginia Tech ahead of Penn State due to the fact that you wanted to punish Penn State for not going to national duels?
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
that was
mean-
the chief motivator.
Right? I mean, the same with rankings and making Penn State third on purpose, which you just decided to do,
Yeah.
John, not to skip ahead, but...
Right. That's on the forefront of my mind.
Mhm.
Right.
Or so you're saying a little bit, most of it, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think the other thing too that we glossed over a little bit that JD had said is this entire class is going to have to compete with the 2026 class. And I feel like that's a huge factor to where we're viewing the 2026 class almost as like a transcendent class, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to be right there in the mix. And so I don't know how many of them are going to really be standouts like the 2026 class.
Yeah.
And we haven't even touched on Iowa yet, and they have a monster recruiting class at
Yeah.
number 3, like
You could almost
Bachman, Kenny, Borgia. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, you could almost see more of Iowa's class making a difference for them, getting more impactful starting years.
All right, yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, no, you can't. I don't think you can punish a team for having so many good wrestlers that you don't have their start. You should just evaluate the hall and like how good these wrestlers are and do it like that. Because otherwise, it's like, I don't know. We're gonna be doing this every year with Penn State. They're always gonna have super crowded rooms, and then it's not.
Well, that's why they're still number 2.
But they should be number 1. You just said you.
Well, I also think Virginia Tech's is better.
I think the Melvin Miller thing does leave you an argument for saying Virginia Tech #1.
Okay.
I think
I mean, he did just lose to Jaden James.
I think
with a different class.
by
I know
nature,
that, but
this is like it's subjective, right? And so like Christian, your thinking is you take the class and you rate the class and
All for Hall.
who's coming in, how much talent are they getting in? And I think that's what we've seen in the past with Penn State. We're like, how are all these guys going to work themselves out? And it kind of always seems, to work. So I think that would be the case for Christian's argument, to where it's like they get the talent in there and then it figures itself out and it, comes out the other
Well,
end.
no, it's also you want those guys in your room
Yeah.
because they just make your room better. They make your guys who are in the starting lineup better. Your guys in the starting lineup can't be as good if you don't get these guys that are such high level room guys. So I take that into effect too. It's just kind of like how you weigh everything a little bit different.
Well, it's like when you evaluate a draft class, with the NFL, and they go, well, how they take into account where those guys are going to fit in and how much they're needed on whatever team. If they needed a quarterback and you draft a quarterback, that'll be better than if you need a
Right.
quarterback and you draft a defensive end or something like that. So
How long have you been doing the recruiting class rankings? A few years?
Couple years.
I was going to check in like 2023,
you want to see?
maybe like looking back. I
Yeah,
don't
look
know.
at it.
Probably 2023.
Yeah, see how wrong he was.
See how wrong he was. Okay. This is 23.
I've definitely put Penn State #1 before, so
This
So
is
you,
twen- this
but
is
you,
23.
but they, you didn't need to punish them for not going to national duels.
All right, so you had
that is a good point.
You had Oklahoma State #1, Michigan 2, Iowa 3, Cornell 4, Penn State 5.
Because you hate Penn State.
And then looking at the classes, Braden Thompson, Christian Carroll, Cal Hughes, AJ Heeg, Jersey Robb, Sam Smith. Hasn't panned out yet. Michigan, Bowman, Lemley, Gilcher, Horwath, Walters, Joel Adams. This is not the
Here's the thing I also try not to do as well, is not go, well, this guy is worse right now, but I think he's going to get better because he's going to Penn State
Right.
versus where he would somewhere else.
And then we got Keeter, Arnold, Block, Peters. This is a solid class.
what's Penn State's class?
Okay, we're getting there. Cornell. This is a good class here. I feel like NCAA results, probably Cornell. Penn State, Josh Barr, Braden Davis.
Ooh, this is That's the best
That was
class.
tough.
Tyler
That was
Kasek.
tough.
That's the best class.
Tough look for your boy
Yeah. Yeah.
so far.
Hey, extreme ownership, right? No. So I don't know.
What was 6?
6. Ohio State, Rocco Welsh. Brandon Cannon.
They got a national finalist
Rogatsky.
out of Rocco.
We could do 22. You could get a little redemption. You want me to do?
Let's do.
You want me to look at 22?
Let's see.
Okay.
I don't know if I did 2022. I might have.
I think
I'm
you
not saying I
did.
did. I've been doing them for a while.
Yeah. All right, we'll see.
This is JD Rader.
Jermichael,
Okay.
Ohio State.
Ohio State #1. Nick Feldman. This is
Oh, the Young Bucks.
Oh yeah, that's a really good class.
Feldman, Mendez, Buzakis, Geog, Shoemate. That's Macron in there.
Middle school Macron.
Iowa State, Swiderski, Gaitan, Rojas.
They got the
they got
Frost in
Frost. Man, look at this haul. Holy cow.
And
That's good.
Uten's in there as well.
NC State, Fishback, Singleton, Arrington.
Good class.
Yeah. Iowa. Oh,
Uh-oh.
man.
Chittum, top recruit.
Not
Tough.
good. And then Aiden Riggins, too.
Penn State cannot recruit guys.
Hunter Garvin, Daniel Cardenas.
Where are they?
That's good.
Where are you?
Navy. Wow, Navy was in there. Waska's been solid. Rutgers.
All
I
right.
don't know.
We can
Where's
move
Penn
on
State?
this. I don't
They
see
weren't
them.
in it this year.
Virginia Tech. That's a good class.
Now I'm curious. Look who they brought in 2020. Was this 2? I think did they have a monster 2021?
Penn
Levi
State.
And
Haynes.
dipped.
Yeah, they were honorable mention.
At least you mentioned them.
Wow.
They just had Levi.
What an honor.
Okay.
Just the world silver medalist. No big deal.
All right.
All right.
Maybe I should flop Penn State #1 because if we found out anything, it's a tough look when you don't put them because their guys are going to perform.
Well, even if you look at that year though for Penn State, Levi Haynes is the only senior that they have from.
It was Levi and like a local Pennsylvania kid. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure was all they brought in that class.
And I think Van Ness was the year before.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they did kind of like maybe not have much to play with that year. But
Cool.
Cool. We want to go back to Collegiate Duals,
Yeah,
day 2.
I think.
Yeah. All right.
So day 2 is a big one. So
Ooh, look at that.
Mat 1. So they're gonna have 2 duels going on simultaneously on Sunday. Duels start at 1, 3, and 5 Eastern. Round 1, Cornell versus Illinois. Now, the big Cornell question is who's available. I've been told Coach Gray says everyone is available.
Really?
All the second semester guys are in play. Doesn't mean they're all getting used, but it doesn't mean they're not all getting used. So, yes, you could see Meyer, you could see Cornella, you could see that whole crew. So, very formidable team, and you want to see that.
Meyer versus Cannon Webster.
That's a fight.
Yeah.
That's a tough first match for Meyer. That makes me think that. Love to see Meyer. Believe it when I see it against Cannon Webster as your first match.
Unless he's just ready to go.
Unless he's just ready to rip.
Man, look at that 3 p.m. because you got Ohio State, Iowa State, which is the battle for the top dual meet team.
Well,
Yeah, because Ohio State won national duels
what are we talking about?
and CKLV.
Penn State's the best dual team.
I'm joking.
Well, all right. At some point, we have to be serious to people.
I've never. But that's still pretty awesome. And then you also have Lehigh, Illinois as like the not marquee, but that's also an awesome duel.
Just a little appetizer.
Yeah.
Yep. Want to get into that one?
Which one?
Ohio State, Iowa State.
We're doing that for picks, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's do our picks.
Should we go back and see who's got the current longest winning streak on this?
We did that. We did that on Monday's show. Christian's winning
Everything.
in the overall picks, 31-28. JD off to a slow start, and he's working his way back into it. And this could be his week. But I'm worried because
Signature 5-4 victory for JD.
I'm worried for JD because he's gonna have to pick
Cyclone.
Cyclones. Sometimes it's hard. It's hard when you're picking.
Not
your team.
He
obligated.
did good at Cyhawk. We tied. He tied me.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's honorable.
means. So
Yeah,
You have to, if you want to have a tiebreaker. You have to establish it before.
Bean law is established.
You guys are exhausting.
Whose turn is it to go first?
It is JD's turn to go
My
first.
turn to go first.
My turn.
I'm going. This is gonna surprise you. A lot of people, but Jesse Mendez.
Me too. That's what Jesse's my first one on the list.
All right.
He's not losing.
He's not losing.
Jesse Mendez. I know the matchups and maybe the problem. That guy is just
Jesse.
so good right now. Yeah, he was my number one, and if you hadn't, I would have. Okay, I'm nervous about this one.
Okay.
Not the match, but the man. I'm not even gonna do it. You know what? I'm not even gonna do it. Too risky.
Okay.
I'm going younger.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm going younger.
Wow. One versus
That's not a
three.
bad pick. Feldman's always gonna make you nervous, though.
Yeah, he's super good.
Right. And maybe we haven't seen it yet this year, but a random dip match for Younger.
Yeah.
I don't know. Younger would be my pick. He was high up on my board
Okay.
too. But I don't
For
know.
the first pick, though.
Yeah. So now JD's up.
I'm going Hartzler.
I
over
love
Gaetan.
that. That was my maybe next one.
You never know which MJ you're going to get. Even Coach Dresser said that. You could be picking against all,
Are there Casey's General Stores in Nashville? And can we get someone,
I'm not sure.
if you could get someone to insult MJ in said Casey's,
to motivate him.
you never
You might
know-
have just motivated
you
him
never know
right
what's
there.
possible. You got to make sure he doesn't go into Casey's.
I know. Keep him out.
All right. Okay.
Whoa.
I'm going to go.
Hacking the mainframe.
All right. This is who I was going to pick first, but now I guess it's better value. I'm going Rocky Elam.
Ooh.
And
He would have been my next one.
I just pray he's not pitch counted in this dual meet.
That would be a devastating blow.
That's why I'm nervous. I don't know if I've there's a little less risk.
He's wrestled in everything big this year.
I know.
He hasn't even appeared to be injured.
No. Big, strong guy. Okay.
Dropping down one weight, 184 Fishback.
Good
Ooh.
pick. Scary. This guy's so hard to take down, but Fishback has really looked good this year. That
He
would
beat Dean last year at NCAAs too.
Okay, that's nice.
Now it was 4-1. One takedown match. But I'm riding with Fishback.
This may sound nuts. I may not do it though. I'm gonna go. Give me Buzakis.
Oh.
You're not going to get Macroned?
Not in my opinion.
Okay.
And not after last duel.
It's boozy time,
All right.
ladies and gentlemen.
Boozy baby.
Time for the.
I don't know.
TV.
Buzakis, my pick. He was way down on the ladder for me. That one was last.
I don't disagree. I just think Poulin's gonna try to ride, and we know how that plays out.
I'm going. This is where they start to get a little tricky. But I'm going Patty Gallagher at 165.
I almost picked Patty.
You know why? Conroon hasn't wrestled since Cyhawk, so this might be Aiden Riggins' time.
It could be big rig time.
Or even if it is the Uten we saw at Cyhawk, eesh.
Yeah, that was tough. I had Patty high on mine, but I'm thrilled to announce with my 4th overall pick,
He is my next one too.
Benjamin Davino.
Oh,
Benjamin Davino.
actually wasn't, but he would have been my pick.
Love to have him on the team. You got to have a lot of confidence in that guy. Frost is tricky, but maybe is this a freshman dip match potentially against a very good Frost? Maybe, but man, Davino seems dip proof, recession proof even.
All right, my next pick, Looted Time.
Really?
Oh.
I don't know.
Styles over Frost.
I'm glad you picked 49 because I don't have a read on this match at all. And I think that's right where Looted wants you. I thought he was going to lose last week. Wrong.
And
So now I have this one, which for you people that followed the NCAA tournament, you know that Vinny Zerban beat Brandon Cannon last year. And so that would imply, an advantage or whatever. But man, watching Cannon this year, my eyes say he's better. And the matchup, I understand why this matchup works for Vinny because he is a great scrambler as well, and he can counter and he can ride and whatever. But I'm riding the hot hand, the point scoring machine. Give me Brandon Cannon for my 5th pick.
I would say to counter, Vinny Zerban has looked just as good.
He has looked good, but
He didn't wrestle.
hit you with a "Where are you?"
Well,
in the CKLV finals.
He was on the sidelines resting for this match. That's where he was.
ready to. Oh wow! If it comes down to that,
For the real national dual title.
the last pick'em contest got pretty exciting.
And then and then Ty
Yeah.
Waters hit him with an Uno reverse the week later.
Yeah, he did. Okay, so I feel good. I do feel good about my team.
Feeling kind of about
A
my
lot of Buckeyes being picked.
Yeah, but reality is, the picks are the picks. But how close he's like 25. Yeah, I picked Bouzakis, but Poulin very capable. Frost very capable. Etchemandia, I'm not there yet, but he's challenged him before. 49, I think, is the truest toss-up of the dual meet, personally.
If
Maybe
Frost
57.
hadn't lost to Rivera at CKLV, I would feel I might have picked him. But the data I've seen on Frost so far this year, I don't know.
If this
and
duel's-
Looted, he hasn't been 100% throughout week 1. Can't count it. Everything since then has been not bad.
I don't think he was hurt week 1. I think he just lost.
Hey, so JD, how do you feel about picking 5 Buckeyes?
Yeah.
Buckeye Nation.
Yeah.
Buckeye JD. If this duel starts at 125, then yeah, with the middle of the match, the 49-57 is you're gonna have a good feel about.
Loser of 157 has to cut their hair.
Yeah, they both have a lot of hair. But yeah, I feel like 25-33, 49-57, probably 65-84 are really toss-ups in the truest sense. And there's 3, pretty strong favorites. But like when your underdogs are Nick Feldman and Anthony Etchemandia, that means it's a great dual meet. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm thrilled I get to be there for it.
You guys picked Ohio State 8-2
Yeah.
over Iowa State.
It doesn't feel like that's what's going to happen.
I was going to say, how surprised would you be if the Cyclones only won 2 matches?
I'd be pretty surprised.
I would set the line for the Cyclones 3.5 or 4.5.
Wins?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'd probably have to go 3.5.
Interesting. I wonder if there'll be any sports books with that.
I haven't seen any. I'm sure there will be, though. There's been a lot of wrestling lines this year.
Iowa, whatever that book in Iowa.
Circa.
Yeah.
Okay. Fun duel. Again, that's going down Sunday, 3:00 Eastern. You can watch. It's in Nashville. I forget the name of the school that they're hosting in.
Like Montgomery Bell.
Yeah, something like that. Is that a phone company?
Montgomery Bell Academy.
Okay.
Oh, boom, nailed it.
Good
Nailed
pull,
it.
Spay.
Yeah, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone.
Shout out to him. Well,
Great New Jersey.
that's a subject of debate.
Oh, really?
Have you not? I mean, Sopranos. Remember?
Oh, there's an Italian guy. Yeah, something. Marconi or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So please watch or attend at Montgomery Bell, or you can watch every single match for Journeyman Collegiate Duals live on FloWrestling. You can see Penn State potentially break the all-time winning streak record. You can watch Ohio State versus Iowa State. You can see Cornell, Illinois, Little Rock, Lehigh. It's going to be a really, really fun weekend of wrestling. I can't wait to go Friday. Going to have some fun in Nashville. And, looking forward to it. Hope to see you there.
Heck yeah.
Come
I
say
think
what's up.
turnoflex.com was where you can buy tickets.
Okay.
Also going down Sunday, Oklahoma State at Nebraska. This was a spanking at the national duels. How can Nebraska gain some ground, turn some things around? Where can they make up ground?
Okay, so I think 141 pounds. You got majored there last time. Brock Hardy got majored by Sergio Vega. That would surprise me if it happened again.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Sergio can win the match again, but I feel like sometimes teams just have down performances, and you just you don't downplay it, but it's like, okay, this was the duel where I remember Michigan whooped up on Iowa 2 years ago, and Limley like beat Real Woods and all this stuff. It's like, okay, this was a down match for the whole team. Like that can happen sometimes. And so when you think about Oklahoma State beating them 33-6, and then Ohio State basically similarly dominated them, it's like, okay, we know too much about this Nebraska team to think they're gonna have another performance like that. So feels like they're gonna be more competitive. 33, Jacob Van D should be back. If he's back, I think they're favored there over Ronnie Ramirez slightly. 25, it seems like they've got some clarity with Lauritsen, although I think Spratley's a clear favorite there. 49, okay. Is it Chance Lamer time?
I don't know.
Because Cornell can.
If the availability for second semester guys.
Nebraska will be done with first semester. I don't know when second semester guys become eligible for them.
Kyle Kleeman, I think, is going to be on a Zoom with Coach Manning today at 1 Central. So
Nice.
I will ask him to ask that question if he wasn't already going to do so. Of course, so that's a huge one. So already in the first 4 weights, if Andy's back, Nebraska may be favored. Hardy Vega is going to be competitive, no doubt. 49, if you get Lammer, he can beat Casey Swiderski. Swiderski's on a slide right now. Nikkei Zinkin lost 7-6. So if it's Zinkin, that's winnable. At 57, Antrell did not wrestle, so national champion Antrell Taylor versus Landon Robidoux, who's going to be favored in that match. But this dude's a national champion. It's in Nebraska, so certainly winnable there. 65, probably still D.
But they forfeited at 65 in this.
Right. Yeah.
So, get regular decision.
74.
Points.
This was an overtime match. It was decided on a head scissor. 2-1 for Minto. Minto lost. Obviously, Minto can win that match. Nebraska won that one at 84. Merrill beat McDaniel. That could be flipped. Dude, honestly, this duel is going to be close. Very competitive.
Yeah.
Nebraska has a great path to win this duel meet.
It's just the way it played out. They were up 30-0 at one point. It a lot worse on paper than it was, than the matchups really are.
Yeah, I expect a different duel meet. I am certain that Oklahoma State is not going to have any illusions that, hey, we're going to do that again. I'm sure that's going to be their intent.
Right.
But
they're not strolling in there thinking, all right, we got this.
we already
in the
killed
bag.
these guys. No,
Yeah.
it's going to be different. That's why I like.
Wrestling?
Well, no, it's why I like seeing the same duel twice. Like I don't think it's a bad thing if it's a good duel, right? Like this is going to be great, and we're going to be able to, see a different story.
I like it when the best wrestlers in the country compete against each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, other duels I'll be watching this weekend. Friday, North Carolina will be at Nebraska.
Okay, we'll get a little preview.
Saturday, Arizona State at Wisconsin. And Sunday, North Carolina travels north to Cedar Falls, Iowa to take on the Panthers.
Ooh.
So some other good
Live on FloWrestling.
duels.
We haven't seen North Carolina much, but they're kind of off to a good little start.
They beat West Virginia pretty bad, allegedly.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how Kyson Terrakina looks. Bryce Hepner, who did he beat? He pinned Sean Taylor.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, Sean Taylor's tough.
he is tough.
So yeah, that's a team that I feel like maybe is off the radar that they could have a decent year.
Looking forward to that one.
All right, let's talk these UWW rule changes because
Yes.
they've got me excited.
So pumped about this. I saw an account on Instagram post about these 1,001 attacks, and then Vinay Sawach of UWW tweeted a few of the rule changes, and now we have a whole new rule book that has been uploaded, and I know for a fact that UWW is working on a release that details all the changes in rules, so that you don't have to sift through the entire rule book, which can't wait for that. That's going to be really helpful. The two big rule changes are ones that we have very publicly asked for change for a while. Kozak did the grounded rule is broken video in 2022, I think.
It was after
Chance.
Chance Jordan Final
Yes.
X
it was
the
was
first
Fix Gross.
and Fix Gross. This was 2022. So we have been consistently beating the drum for this change for the grounded rule. And basically, guys and gals are able to kind of rig this thing where you drop down to your knees, you can get driven out of bounds, and there's no penalty. Now, can you pull in the verbiage, John?
I can give
right
her.
here.
Okay.
That's
Okay, right here.
However,
I got it for you right here. It's on the screen.
Okay. However, in situations where the defensive wrestler steps out of the protection area in a grounded position on the knees, it shall be considered as stepping out, and the attacking wrestler shall be awarded 1 point. This is basically verbatim what we've asked for. And I think as UWW has watched how, the gameplay has unfolded, they're like, okay, this doesn't work. This is not actually why we wrote this rule. It's being gamed, and we got to do something about it. And to their credit, they have.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that. I think it's going to make a better, a less confusing product, which is always a win for the sport. And it's just a better representation of skill, right? Position matters. Staying in balance matters, is a skill. And you shouldn't get a get out of jail free card because you drop to your knees when you're getting overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So 2 thumbs up. As always, the interpretation, listen, this is a huge change, and I don't anticipate, this to be perfect right away, but it's very obvious they know it's a problem. And so I think we're going to see positive change for freestyle wrestling.
It only reiterates to me, though, they should also just get rid of if you push a wrestler straight out of bounds with no wrestling action, it should be a point for the other guy or no point, because that's silly. How many times have we seen somebody clearly just working for a step out, and everybody knows all they're doing is trying to drive them out of bounds, and then they're successful and it's 1 point, but you could say, well, they're just trying to take them out of bounds.
Yeah.
And they literally straight up say in this rule, right before it's when a wrestler deliberately pushes the opponent into the protection area with no meaningful action, he shall no longer be awarded 1 point. Only a verbal warning, except when the other wrestler drops down to their knees. And that's a point. So you're saying you can push them out with no wrestling action if they drop down to their knees, but if they don't, then you can't.
Yeah. We'll see on that one.
I think
That's not gonna happen anytime soon, but
what this shows, or to me, what is the nice thing about this whole thing is there's a lot of debate. People want to talk about whether it's folk style or freestyle is their favorite, et cetera, et cetera. But what it shows is that the most important thing for any rule set, whether one is better or not, is that the people that are writing the rule book and that are in control of what the referees are supposed to call are examining how those rules are being interpreted and how wrestlers are responding to them. Because any rule set that you make, the savviest wrestlers, the best, the smartest, the most intelligent,
Almost insidious.
almost. But they're going to figure out a way to game it as much as they can. They're trying to get their hand raised no matter what. And if it means grounding themselves to play the out of bounds game is going to work for them, then they're going to do that. So then you always have to just re-examine. So it's just encouraging to see that the powers that be at UWW are seeing what's going on and they're responding to it.
the second rule change that really pumped us up was no more fake injury times without being punished. The rule is if a wrestler interrupts the bout without any blood or visible injury as determined by the competition doctor, 1 point will be awarded to the opponent. The bout shall resume immediately in the same position as before the interruption.
So basically, you can't just you can't whirly bird it or whatever it is and get the, we saw, was it Top Rack against Stanich? It was so bad. He waited till the activity time or the break time ended, and then he dropped to it. It is so bad. And that's when I say insidious. It's just blatant cheating to fake injury. And now but it wasn't written as such. Now it's written, and these people are going to have to actually just get in decent wrestling shape.
No, I'm just begging medical doctors to have some gonads to be like, this person is not injured.
I think
gonads.
They need to. I don't think you see this rule change without the doctors
It's a point of emphasis.
being held to that.
Yes.
Standard. And there was also one that doesn't really talk about the doctor being involved, John, that you pulled up, I think maybe even before the show.
Let me see. I don't know.
Well, I like how it's basically taking the folk style rule where you get to choose position, which almost always ends up in a guy choosing bottom and getting an escape. So it's not automatic in folk style. But
I thought
No, it's
you don't
whatever
choose
position it was in before.
I know, but in college, you get to choose when
Yes.
the other guy has an injury. And so it's not an automatic point, but the guy usually chooses down and gets the
Right.
point. Well, now they're just giving the point for whoever in freestyle. So I like how they're adopting a similar mindset.
Musakaya's going to have to adapt to these rules here.
Oh,
Yeah, here it is.
Goats adapt.
all of the stops of bout by injury without bleeding or any visible injury are penalized by 1 point to the opponent.
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
So that doesn't say anything about the doctor. So I don't know which one they're going by. That's sort of confusing, gang. But I hope that one.
yeah. Well,
I think there should be a penalty if you get injured. If you're that injured, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me.
all the
It's fine in college, honestly. We've kind of just all accepted it.
Yeah.
the non-visible injuries are always the ones that get healed magically by cold spray.
Yeah.
So I feel like the cold spray should be like a point.
That's an automatic point.
Yeah, like you're injured. I got to break out the cold spray to numb your knee a tiny, tiny bit.
What
Guess
if you like
That's a point.
dislocate your finger? You
Cold
know?
spray point.
Well, it's like a lot of times, I don't know about what that is or like what the instance for that is, but if you see a guy get poked in the eye in college, the official will go, my time.
My time.
Yeah. Eye pokes are different. That's different.
Yeah, you can't cold spray an eye.
Yeah.
You think eye pokes are more
I don't know.
acceptable
That's
than
the next.
finger
That's the last frontier for cold
Cold
spray.
spray
That's
is
the only thing they have in cold
Ace
spray.
a guy.
I close your eyes.
Ah!
If they did that to Tom Espinal, maybe he finishes the fight against Cyril Gane.
Yeah. Great point.
Foot stomps are also back.
They're back. They were in, then they were out. Now they're back in. That's great.
Great news for the leopard of Joy Bar. If only he could come out of retirement.
Yeah, the leopard.
It is actually great news for Kyle Snyder. He
likes
does this a lot.
I think foot stomps should be allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Footsteps, not stomps.
Well,
you can stomp now. There's nothing against stomping.
What's the actual
I
word?
feel like they'll.
Tread.
If you
Tread.
just bam smash a foot, like if someone has like rear standing and you just start stomping their feet like UFC style, I think you still get penalized for that.
Yeah.
But if you're neutral facing each other and you trap their foot, that's just the savvy move. Bajrang did it. Reza Yazdani
Bono
did it.
liked it.
Yeah,
Hey, so we did get a super chat question a little while ago.
All right.
nice.
It doesn't have that much to do with what we've been talking about,
That's okay.
but we honor the super chat.
We do.
So I'm going to pull that in now. This is from Logan, $4.99 super chat. The real pick'em. Who would you pick to win national team spot at heavyweight between Kale Sanderson and Mason Paris?
All right.
I feel a lot better answering this question after this weekend
Yeah, we'll see.
when I get
Mason.
eyes on Mason again.
Man, I just kind of in these situations just say Kale
Yeah.
until
Look, if our recruiting class discussion earlier has taught me anything, it's just give it to Penn State.
just give it to Penn State.
Just stop.
Doesn't matter what their
Stop picking
doesn't
on
matter
Penn
what their big
State.
board rank is. One or two of them will be 4-time All-Americans and
Yeah.
a national champion, even if they are ranked 30th.
All right, Kale. Lace
Kale.
him up. Get on there.
I want to give a little redemption to JD also because he did have the 2021 recruiting class rankings, Penn State #1.
Okay,
So
there we go.
Redeemed.
he's been redeemed.
All right, let's talk RAF going down this weekend. Saturday, pretty good lineup. It's going to be headlined by Mason versus Wyatt. Mason Paris versus Wyatt Hendrickson,
That's a huge match.
the heavyweight title.
I'm most interested in our friend Jason Nolf. I've been watching him training behind the scenes, and let me tell you, he's ready to rock and roll. I think he's the first match of the card, taking
He
on
is.
Andy Varela. It's a bad day to be Andy Varela.
Who?
Yeah, he's a
Respectfully.
grappler. I mean, I don't even.
Oh, he's a Texan.
He's like on the scene grappler, but he's not like a ADCC or medalist or anything like that, to my knowledge. So yeah,
That's a dub for Jason.
that's a big dub. That's a 14-0 tech.
Cardenas Hidley's fun.
I do like that.
I feel like they've wrestled. Incorrect or correct?
I can look.
I think it's happened.
I don't remember. Maybe in college?
Yeah. Well, I have Trent.
Yeah, you got to go with the national or the world champ when you're picking. I I think Jacob just has a nice skill set that will make matches interesting no matter who he goes against. But it's a lot of power on that mat either way from
What's
either
next? I don't have the card memorized.
Zahid versus Parker Keckeisen.
Yeah, that's Zahid.
Evan Wick versus Dean Hamady.
We saw that at the
That was this is a rematch.
Open, right?
Wick.
Didn't they already have a RAF
Yeah.
match between these two, or am I thinking of something else?
Wick only wrestled Jason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would probably pick Wick, but Hamady's getting better, training more. The open match was freestyle.
Yeah,
Right after the NCAA season.
he's still real young too. No red shirt for him in college.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be Dean time.
Evan Wick, Caddy versus Dustin Plott.
I don't know why this says Caddick, but
That's what they've been calling him.
I don't know
Must
why.
be his nickname.
That's his Instagram handle.
So like this must be his name.
How do you like him made of?
He should win.
He should. He didn't look great at Worlds.
Yeah, but it is Worlds though.
Yeah.
Kennedy over Boyd,
Mm-hmm.
almost guaranteed. This match is really happening.
Yeah.
David Carver's Bilal Muhammad for some reason.
And David apparently wanted this match. That's what they've been
Well,
saying.
yeah. Why wouldn't you? It's the easiest win.
I agree, but it's almost like that doesn't make it any more interesting just because David said that he wanted this match. I think it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he wants it.
Right.
Maybe he'll call me out next. I don't know.
I'll take whatever Bilal's getting.
Yeah. No, that's interesting.
And then, of course, Downey versus Yoel Romero.
Yeah, well, I don't know what happened with Bo Nickel.
He dropped out.
He wants Yoel to be a couple years older before he faces. He's only 48, so
He's giving life to all of his old heads out there.
yeah.
We could have my dad wrestle Yoel.
Yeah.
Be a great matchup.
I'm sure your mom would sign off on that.
Yeah, she'd sign off.
Stop signing your dad up for these things. No wrestling for.
Who do we think actually wins this match? Yoel Romero is so much better than Pat Downey, but
He's also
he is also
48.
48 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, credit to Downey for this will be his third.
Give me Pat.
He's a RAF vet.
Yeah. He's going to be the most accomplished RAF wrestler.
All right, so Hidley and
Bro,
Cardenas.
I need Pat Downey to.
This is for the interim title.
This will make Pat Downey the linear champion over Cale Sanderson if he gets this win. Which is, I promise you, he will bring that up because
light heavy-
Yoel. Well, Cale beat him at the Olympics, but Yoel had beaten him previously, so he'll ignore that part and just be like, "Oh yeah, now I have a win over Cale."
So Trent and Cardenas wrestled twice in college. Trent won both, 10-2 and 8-2. That was in folk style. He's a world champion in freestyle. You gotta
Yeah,
kind of gotta give it.
Cardenas a freestyle guy though.
Yeah, he's good.
He was like 3-time U23
23 medalist.
medalist. Yeah.
Yep.
Who do we think wins the Mason Wyatt match?
I am very interested to see this. I'm gonna say Wyatt.
Ooh.
I don't have a high degree of confidence. He's been just more active recently, making the world team. I feel like since the Worlds and that not playing out how he had hoped, lit a fire for Wyatt, which you want to hear. That's a good thing. And for Mason, he was pursuing different things, and now he's back. And I think it's Wyatt, but I'm not extremely confident. They haven't wrestled since their crazy 2023 World Team Trials match where Mason got up big, almost won, and then Wyatt got on top and gutted him a bunch and came back, and then Mason got a takedown at the end to win. This was before Wyatt went to Oklahoma State. So, and that was the year that Mason won bronze.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a really good Mason Paris then. And the fact that Wyatt was that close then, I think it should be an exciting match because they both they give up points and they score a lot of points.
Yeah.
And they can score kind of from everywhere.
Credit to Real American Freestyle for getting this match and for making it the headliner because it clearly is the marquee match of that whole card. To me, it's was an easy pick to go Mason.
Really?
But not that I don't think Wyatt can't win or that won't be interesting. But if you're weighing both options, it was like I don't see where Wyatt is going to be the favorite. I think it's Mason, but I'm not going to be surprised by a Wyatt win. I just feel like Mason brings too much. His accolades speak for themselves.
I kind of lean towards you, Christian, with Wyatt, because you look at his world's performance, not good, just straight up. Now, you can look at it two ways, and okay, that's Wyatt. That's just what he's going to be post-college. But I lean more towards you, where I think that's where he was like, all right, it's time to lock in. I can't be traveling around the country doing all these engagements and camps and whatever. If I truly want to be the best at this, I have to lock in. And it seems like, from whatever, that's what he's doing.
I feel like they have so much commonality in their style and how, like, in their like bad matches, like bad Mason Paris and bad Wyatt Hendrickson. You're like, this dude won the Hodge Trophy. Like Mason's Olympic performance, Wyatt at Worlds. It's like, whoa, that's not the best version. It's such a departure from the best version, where a lot of wrestlers don't really have that big of variance, but they both really do. So I could never be confident in a pick in this match until I get more data. And even then, like, I don't know, I would have a hard time feeling confident in either in this match, which is what makes it a compelling one. And, you know, it's kind of sets the stage for the Open and World Team Trials Final X, etc. Like, who's going to, you know, rep Team USA.
It's good for Team USA no matter what to have both of these guys committed and back on the mat.
We do know for sure Mason wants to come back and represent Team USA, right? This isn't just a RAF thing.
No, he's trying to make teams. He's like,
cool.
The time in football, I think he needed that time off the mat. I think he spoke to this specifically, like him getting to pursue that, and, you know, it went how it went was like, gave him clarity around, okay, I do want to continue this. So I'm glad he did it, and it's only to USA's benefit that we have both these guys going for it.
100%.
We're not super deep here.
Yeah. I mean, who is runner-up? Hilger?
Trent, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Kozak, hit us with those questions.
Oh, let's before we get to that, you got the website?
I got so many
For
websites.
Nike, athleteps.com. Yeah, you got a computer going?
He ordered cookies mid-show. What can't he do?
Put the cookie down and pull up whatever that what is the website? How do you get to it?
Stores.inksoft.com. It's in the description.
It's in the description.
Yeah,
just go to that, click on that, and then your product will ship by January 31st. So what product are you getting from Athlete PS and our friends at Nike Wrestling? You're getting some Flow Wrestling T-shirts. You can get them for your youths. You can get them for women and men. They have all three styles and sizes, and Wrestling Night in America is also there. Some pretty cool designs that you can't get anywhere else. And then also go to athleteps.com and buy some Nike Inflict 4s, which we have strewn about the studio here.
Yeah. You only got 2 weeks to order, though.
Yeah, get on that. This store will close.
Yeah.
John will close it on you, and then you'll have to you can only order cookies at that point.
You know, another thing unrelated to this, how about our guy, Greg Warren? On the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. That was so surreal.
Did you watch?
Yeah, absolutely. I TiVo'd it. Not that that's what it's called anymore, but I DVR'd it 'cause it was a late night, and I was like, all right, I will watch it.
I set my VCR.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah, so I have it on tape.
But yeah, I watched it on YouTube, and then I watched it on the Hulu recording. Yeah, it was awesome. He did great, as always, and just crazy to.
If people don't know, this is Stu Stalling. This is
been on this show,
Afton Quadrangular winner.
Yeah, I mean, just an icon for Flow Wrestling. Someone that's been part of the Flow team in a way for a long time, and now to see him, you know, it's just been interesting. He's always been super good and talented, and a professional comedian who's like made a living for himself as a comedian, which is just insane. But now his star is like on the rise, and it's so cool to see more people get to know how hilarious Greg Warren is. So you should check it out. They uploaded it on YouTube as well.
Yeah,
the Tonight Show, and he got a great. The crowd was loving all his stuff, and he did some of his best bits. And you know, I just can't imagine the nerves that are associated with that, but you would never know it with Greg. So
yeah. No, he's super personable, super nice guy. He's been hanging out in the office before here. Just loves to chat wrestling, and then puts on an amazing stand-up act. Like you can watch it on YouTube, or wherever comedy acts are found. You can find Greg Warren, and it's worth checking out.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. Shout out to our buddy Greg.
Okay. Question time?
Question time.
All right, I'm going to start with this one. We'll get the rankings talk out of the way. AZ Wrestling fan. I fully understand the reasoning behind the hard and fast rules Flo has for rankings and that there aren't predictions, but do you think it matters that they can be so detached from reality? Is there a solution? People like to look at rankings to get an idea of how things will end up.
Yeah, this is kind of how I feel about it. Like, I like that. We don't just leave guys in for 8 weeks of the season and rank them. I think that's good. I think a lot of other places do that. What we don't do is like manipulate teams so that we can keep Penn State up, by a small margin. Like the rankings are what they are. But yeah, at the same time, it's like everyone here sits and knows that Penn State is the best team and that they're very, very likely to win the national tournament. And so, yeah, they are kind of in a way detached from reality, but they're not detached from the reality of the season that has happened. And they're not detached from reality of the results. And the results are, that PJ Duke has not wrestled anyone in the top 15 yet. And he's moved up, pretty high. I guess he beat Rosinski. We gave him that one.
We gave him it.
But yeah, it's just a matter of time, really. And it's just sort of an uncomfortable period that they're not ranked number one.
Here's my question for you guys, because Spay, you've done the rankings. Christian, you've done them. Has this ever happened before? Have you ever been in a position like this to where there's so many good true freshmen in the best team's lineup, and that's the difference from them being ranked number one?
We truly are all rankers here.
No, I don't. This has never happened where it felt like the team ranking was so different from the reality of the standings and where they actually sit as wrestlers. This hasn't happened. And, previously these guys all had a lot of data coming into even their freshmen, like Jason Nolf, he beat Brian Realbuto as a true freshman. Just a lot of these guys came in with ranking data. Or Penn State used to have a much more competitive November, December than they do now. So that plays a role as well. So no, this hasn't happened. It is kind of a perfect storm of a couple of things. Ohio State really wrestling well these first 2 months and getting a ton of ranking opportunities. They've went to national duels and they've had some competitive matches and they're gonna have another one this week, and all that kind of contributes to the getting them up ahead. And then Josh Barr hasn't wrestled. And so he's not ranked, and they're wrestling Connor Mirasola. And, we're not going to rig a ranking to keep Penn State tenuously number one. We feel like that's even more detached from reality. When you start ranking guys
based on just what you think.
Well, yeah, but just based on what you think, or because you want a team to stay number one, so you start stacking the deck. Like that's,
you just don't want to get yelled at online. I mean, that's a terrible reason to change
the
rankings.
Just cowardly but not surprising either.
Well, and I think Spay, even what you had said earlier, making the joke about like, oh, we're just punishing them because they didn't go to national duels. Like, well, no, we're not. We're not punishing.
The results are what
the results. Yeah, like
show
they didn't go. So it was like, well, yeah, naturally, if they don't wrestle ranked guys, they're not going to go up. So it's not like us holding some spiteful opinion against the Penn State freshmen. We're like, no, like now we're going to teach you to go to like.
I mean, the opposite's true because
imagine
you guys,
if we had that power.
I mean, honestly, you guys broke a cardinal. I mean, what I thought was like the rule of ranking is that you don't reward an injury default victory. We did that to benefit a Penn State wrestler.
The ranker's oath
the
was
opposite
bent.
is like how it's played out.
Yeah, and I think the other part in all of it is like, well, you're just showing your bias against Penn State. It was like, no, like if we move them up,
that would be bias.
That would be a bias to say like, oh, well, we're going to inject our opinion in our prediction. which is like exactly what we're accused of throughout, however many years we've been doing it. It's like, well, no, you give preferential treatment
To Penn State.
to Iowa, to Ohio State. Well, it was like, okay, this should show you our process. This is like, you should trust us more now because Penn State isn't number one, and we're waiting until they have the results, and that's our process of how we do the rankings.
Yeah.
Ultimately, all Josh Barr needs to do is wrestle a match, and they'll be back number one by 15 points.
Yeah.
So
I do my prediction rankings, which haven't been updated in a couple
You gotta
weeks.
update
But
you got take the heat off of John. Well, and your heat on you as well.
Here's my one thought, and I want to get your guys' opinion on it. And a flaw of our rankings maybe is the team projection based on their points, because it doesn't equate for any kind of bonus points. And there's a guy on the message boards, Wrestle Know Nothing. He's done something to where he's gone back 10 years and taken the average of what those seeds have placed at NCAAs, and then he assigns that to team points.
Wait, but does he assign? He also assigns how many points they score, not just their placement, right?
The total points scored.
Right.
Yes,
So
total
not just
points
placement.
scored, not just placement. So I think that's an interesting way to do it. I also think it could be interesting to do it based on bonus points from a team's perspective over the last 10 years. Like,
Is Penn State a bonus point?
Yeah, but what does Jason Nall
Right,
pinning
and
everyone have to do with
exactly.
Mitchell Mess?
So it gets tricky because it's like, okay, well, Penn State always gets bonus points at the NCAA tournament, and we're not including any of those into our team rankings.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit to where it's not a true team ranking. That
if you could equate for like a lock, there's no mathematical formula for that. But like
Factor in.
Mitchell Messenbrink, barring injury, will be wrestling Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's different than some weights where you're like, well, this guy's ranked number one, but he might not make the podium. There's a scenario where that happens.
So the one way to look at it that our friend Mike German said is that the rankings are detached from reality. And we're all sitting here and we've been saying all year long that Penn State is the prohibitive favorite. They're going to win. I gave them crazy odds to win a national championship again. But I think it's good that our rankings have stayed the same way. It's for over 10 years we've been doing the rankings the same way, over a decade. And the plus side of people seeing the rankings, the perfect storm of true freshmen, of Josh Barr being out and Penn State being such a big favorite, and then the team tournament rankings on Flow not reflecting that. The plus side is now people are discovering for the first time. We're seeing if you have a problem with it, if you look at that and you say Flow doesn't know what they're doing, now you're learning and now you're becoming a new fan and now you're becoming more invested in how this process works. And we're teaching people, and there's some bumps and there's some rancor online that would be nicer if we didn't have to deal with all of that sometimes, but I see it as a plus.
Yeah. What I don't see enough of, what bothers me is like, where's the actual individual gripes? Like, what is the actual?
You're skipping all that stuff.
Because everything, the team ranking is just the individual rankings, but you don't get a lot of, this guy should be higher, this guy should be lower. It's all just Penn State should be number one, which is, not helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, why should Marcus Blaze be higher than Tyler Knox, who was an All-American, who's beaten Drake Ayala, who's beaten all these guys, and you can't just say because Penn State or because freestyle or because he beat Matt Ramos, which is a win shared by quite a few people.
And it should be.
It was also in 2023.
And he also lost in the finals to Braden Palmer at that.
Yeah, they don't want to talk about Braden Palmer. They just want to talk about Matt Ramos. And okay, guys.
Well, and we could talk about rankings and probably lose a lot of people, but it's like we put a lot of time and effort into it. We want them to be the best that they can be. Coaches contact us very frequently with questions, like even at the end of the year. Like, I've had coaches that are on the coaches rank committee or whatever. Like, they'll be like, hey, like, talk me through this ranking. I'm trying to get so it's like we are trying to keep them as trustworthy as we possibly can. And if you notice an error, reach out. Like, I've changed them before. There's so many results to keep track of. It's fine. I'm not against changing them. It's kind of is what it is.
I would contend that the fact that we have the rankings the way they are would lend itself to improving our credibility, because the fact that we are publishing them when we all know that Penn State is number one, that means we are not being biased. We brought it up before. We are not bending or fudging or manipulating the rankings just to avoid the uncomfortable situation where Penn State is number 3 right now.
Okay. I hope we get to have this conversation again next week.
Lots of fun. Every day for the rest of our lives, basically.
Are you going to put them 4th next week?
Yeah, how far down are you going to put them, John?
What I've learned from this wonderful experience is that I can get so many page views if I just keep moving them down. Yeah. So 4th next week, 5th the week after that, 6th, 7th, and then the page views.
You love the page views.
I have 4 daughters to take care of.
Yeah.
Finally, we find out the real motivation for all of this.
He just ordered $100 worth of cookies.
Yeah.
And I told him he could expense it, but he cannot. This is just a classic prank.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into some other questions.
Okay.
After hours wrestling. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Ohio has a way out system. They can weigh out after day 1, and then they don't have to weigh in day 2. What are your thoughts on that?
No.
That's way out there.
I don't like that. What is wrong with Ohio? What are these rules? You got Michigan, no shoulder-to-shoulder, satellite day before dual weigh-ins, joke. Then you got way out.
They give you the option to do both, though.
I don't like it.
One or the other.
I don't want kids holding weight all day.
I think,
well, they're competing or kind of like
Ohio has to figure their way out of that.
Good one.
There you go.
I don't like it. Just everyone make weight the next morning.
What? So, what does way out mean?
So, like, after the end of the tournament, like, all right, if you want to do the way out, their way outs are open now. They're closed at...
So for a day 2 tournament.
But you make the same weight.
I think you get a pound.
You get a pound like you would in the morning. You can just weigh there if you did.
Sounds like it's just a way for the tournament to, like, get some of the next day weigh-ins out of the way.
Yeah. In my experience coaching in Ohio, I feel like the really serious kids, they weren't weighing out because...
You need that night to cut.
Yeah, you need the night to cut, and you need to be good wrestling, the whole day, to where it's like, no, I'm not weighing out tonight. I'm going to weigh out in the morning. That was kind of my experience.
Yeah.
So, all right, Malcolm. With Rivers coming back, Phillip Rivers, at 44, what...
He ribs.
44-year-old wrestler or older could hold their own and possibly have success in senior level freestyle.
I'd like to answer this after we see Yoel Romero.
Let's go, Yoel.
Yeah, he's 48.
Yales Bonet Rodriguez. He won a national or a world championship at what, like 34, 35 or something?
That's pretty old.
Everyone says Kale beats up on everybody in the room.
Yeah, I'll take Kale. Casey Cunningham.
Mihan.
Yeah, Mihan.
Yeah.
Bro.
Come back,
Mihan's going to have to make weight.
Yeah.
He won 5 Olympics, guys.
He's 43 right now.
47. I really think there's no way he wouldn't medal in 47. But
let's go, LA.
I like him to be done.
No, back.
I'd love it if he came back.
What are we
talking about? What are we talking about? I am just incredibly fascinated to wonder how long he could go. I understand you want to be done at some point. You've done 5 is just such an absurd thing.
He's the only guy with 5 golds.
He's the greatest. He's got to be the greatest Olympian ever. It's like, okay, Michael Phelps won 20 whatever golds. It's like, okay, well, you can't enter the wrestling 10 different times. Yeah, so.
Backstroke, this many meters, that many meters. Mihan clears all those.
I think Jake Herbert brought this up. It's like, dude, you can't win the Olympics for best high crotch or best gut wrench. It's like, no, it's wrestling.
That was another actual rule change, was they can't change the weights until I believe after LA.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because especially you give him an extra 5 kilos.
Oh yeah, just keep moving it up for Mihan.
For Mihan?
Yeah.
Greco's biggest weight should be unlimited.
Yeah, Mihan, or whatever Mihan weighs.
Whatever
when
Mihan
he weighs in, that's the max.
Okay, there's the weight.
Yeah.
All right. Tyler Perry. What chance does the field have in the team race against Penn State in March? It seems like a worst-case scenario for Penn State at the dance. If bars out is more plausible than previous years.
I don't know. So would we say 10%? If you do it 10 times, do they lose once?
Meaning
No.
5.
So 20 times.
Yeah.
Ohio State or Iowa State gets one. Or Oklahoma State for sure.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be 10.
The tricky part is
Going
it doesn't
10%.
just take a Penn State bad weekend.
It takes a village.
it takes like everything going right for the other program.
Like a Nebraska,
Yeah.
Correct.
but with champs.
Correct.
Yeah,
Like
and then-
like Oklahoma State getting like D-Lockett to win, getting Jax to win, getting
Ryder top 5.
Yeah.
yeah.
Kudo makes the finals, right?
The problem is when the field is the bet, then if whoever has a really good tournament, the number 2 team that might then win, you're taking away from the other contender. It's a zero sum. So if it's like Ohio State has a
Yeah.
really good, then Oklahoma State is definitely not going to do it. And
Yeah. The other thing about Penn State, it's like they just have so many guys that you do feel like there's no way they're going to
Be
finish
outside.
outside the top 4, top 3, you know, where it's like,
They have 8 guys that you were just so certain
mm-hmm.
are top 2 or 3, and really, finalists, champs.
You mentioned Zach Ryder. I was thinking the other day how I am so fascinated by Zach Ryder's season.
Yeah.
And
What was the All-Star match?
right.
What happened?
And I'm just trying to think of another time where it's been like this guy, like, could he win one of the deepest weights in the country? And then we just go,
No.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. We got to pump the brakes.
Yeah, we got. It's a good lesson. We got a little touch and go crazy
Too
there.
excited.
We got too hyper.
just got too excited.
All right. Another Tyler Perry question. Will national duels getting pushed back completely kill CKLV? Will this allow a tournament like Soldier Salute or Midlands to get stronger?
We don't know the full impact of it. Obviously, going a week after Cliff Keen, Las Vegas is going to have an impact there. It had an impact this year, though. But, they're moving here. I like that it's announced and known. So maybe there's opportunities to adjust dates for, things like the Collegiate Duals or Cliff Keen, Las Vegas. I think for Collegiate Duals, they're still they still can be great. Because only 16 teams are getting into this tournament. A team like Cornell, I don't think will be able to go.
And
Penn
teams we're excited to see this year at Collegiate Duals, 2 of them didn't go.
Right, Iowa State and Penn State. So,
And Stanford. Jinx.
Yeah, jinx. So, I don't know. I think this will hurt Cliff Keen if they keep it on the same date. There's no question about it, and there's downside to everywhere you put an event like this, and there's upside. So the upside and I guess we haven't talked about it, which we definitely were remiss to not. So on the plus side, you get a month and a half to really hype the coolest event of the year, right? And then you get a little more data on the teams and who's there, and maybe do we adjust the seeding process down the line to where a team like Oklahoma State, which had Sergio Vega and D. Lockett, who are amazing, but at that point, they were not able to get the ranking credit that we thought they would probably get at some point. So maybe the seeds are a little more accurate. Not that they were inaccurate this year. They were great, but, you get a little more data there. A little more, and for sure, for us, I think it's good for, promotion. You get a month and a half to promote this thing. It's not like, boom, all-star, boom, national duels. You get definitely a better run-up to it. You get it off the U23 and world, so late
Senior
U23s
Worlds.
and senior worlds. So senior worlds go till November 1st, guys. So that's when the season starts. That would be within 2 weeks. And the reality is we could be having guys that are on this team that will be participating in national duels. Or it's only a month after U23s, which are like, U23s almost butt up against seniors. Like they're really close
Like 2
in Las
days
Vegas.
between.
And we're going to have guys on that team that are going to want to wrestle at national duels. So it does give space there. But the downside is the scheduling. It hurts. It's not maybe for National Duels Invitational and Paycom, not a consideration, but there are impacts with Cliff Keen, there are impacts with Collegiate Duals. So there's downside, there's plus side with all of it. There's another downside is the Ivies, and there's various teams that can't travel or compete in any sport during exams, and this is exam time. So, I think a team like Cornell will probably not be able to go. But again, there's no perfect date that exists. And I think they believe this is going to help ticket sales, which is a great reason to move it. So there's downs, there's ups.
Yeah.
Ultimately, there's nothing stopping this from being an amazing event.
Yeah, I hope for CKLV's sake, that's such a fun individual tournament too. So it's like I hope there's a way they can both exist, you know.
Totally agree.
Still be good.
They both rule.
All right. AZ Wrestling Fan, is 285 sneakily becoming the deepest weight? Doesn't have a big 3 or 4 absolute hammers like some of the weights, but just talking depth.
It's deep. I still put 157 as the best weight class. But yeah, it's probably a top 4 or 5 weight class. I would say that. I agree.
This is definitely the time when you start to discover these weight classes. Some of the guys are making a name for themselves, and you're like, oh, there are some more dudes at this weight class, and heavyweight is doing that.
Okay. Staying with heavyweight, take the L, Beth. I've got a pending friendly wager with a friend. I'm on the yes side of Will Braxton Amos, All-American this year. Should I put pen to paper and finalize this? What % do you currently put his All-American chances?
Not financial advice. But, I mean, what kind of odds are you getting? If you're getting, like, even odds, like, I don't know. I feel like it is probably 50-50 if he places or not.
I would take that yes.
Yeah. Especially, you're probably excited about Braxton. I'm excited about Braxton. Be fun to cheer for him. I think it's 50-50 that he places this year.
We have him currently ranked 17th.
Where do you have Christian Carroll now?
I believe he's better than that. 12th.
Still, what's this man got to do? I know he lost to Jimmy Mullen.
Okay, a win over Cole Mirasola does not mean anything.
Okay, what about a win over number what? Tay Gadali?
What about the fact that he lost to Tayshawn Glover last year?
We're talking different weight, different.
Okay.
Tayshawn Glover, is he not obviously a completely different entity at heavyweight? He got second at Cliff Keen, Las Vegas. He beat Lanazga. If you look at, you cannot
Lanazga's at 15.
Okay.
He's only got
He's
one
ahead of
win over
Lanazga.
a guy that he beat, right? And he has and he lost to
He
somebody
split with Wyatt Volker last year. They're at the same weight. He lost to Wyatt Volker the last time they wrestled.
He split with Wyatt Volker?
Yes.
So he beat Wyatt Volker.
And then he lost to him. Evidence does not say that he's better than Wyatt Volker.
Well, for this year, it certainly does.
Not really.
I mean, certainly better than Tay Gadali this year.
Okay, so
Tay didn't hardly wrestle last year.
That's
Or
true.
2 years ago. I don't think so. I think it's December. I think it's like it's this season now. It's like, yeah, there's some data, but like
This season he lost to Jimmy Mullen.
We're talking about a previous team, a previous weight
This
class.
season he lost to Jimmy Mullen.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, that's this season.
And this season, he lost to Tay Gadali, or he beat Tay Gadali.
That's fine.
Sounds like you need to
you
move.
can't say it and then say, well, that's fine. No, it's not fine.
You have to go out on all your data. Otherwise, you're going to shoot somebody up, and then they're going to come back down. This is no different than how we would treat anybody else in this situation.
Should Gadali move down?
He has.
He has moved down.
Okay.
He's beaten Nick Feldman.
All right. These look like
Nick
perfect
Feldman?
rankings to me.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, that's over a year ago.
Okay. It still happened. It's not like.
Does Tay Gadali resemble that Tay Gadali?
All right,
In your opinion?
But you still just can't totally react and say, all right, now Tay Gadali is down at number 13.
What is it going to take to get him out of the top 10?
I mean, another loss would certainly do it, but you know as well as I do.
Certainly? It doesn't see that does not.
No,
seem
you
certain
know,
to me.
Christian, you know as well as I do that you can't be too overreactive based off of one result, and that's exactly what you're suggesting that we do. That you
And if you go blind resume, if you don't attach, hey, this is Christian Carroll.
What if Christian Carroll gets a signature win and pops top and flexes?
Well, he did that.
Again, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think he's too low. I think he's proven more than some of these guys. I think he's proven more than Corey Hopke. I know he beat Jimmy.
I mean, he was overtime with Spencer Lanasca.
What's Connor Doucette's wins this year?
This year?
Yes, or last year.
I don't
What are
know.
his ranked wins?
I'm looking it up right now.
All right.
Didn't he be?
I feel like you're asking us to be way more reactive than we would.
I
normally.
will await the Connor Doucette resume.
He lost to AJ Ferrari 2-1.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean,
Who has he beaten? Because previously he has not beaten anyone.
That's not true.
I feel like he came in with a
Last
pretty
year?
decent resume.
He beat Dayton Pitzer
Mr. Pitzer.
when he was higher.
2 years ago when Pitzer was higher.
2 years ago.
And he's beaten Pitzer a bunch. He beat Owen Treffin. That's a really good win.
That was so far before Owen Treffin had.
All-American Owen Treffin.
You're you can't say Owen Treffin and pretend that was the guy that All-American last year. That guy got better. He was a different
Okay,
wrestler.
so Connor Doucette hasn't gotten any better since then.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can't say, okay, he beat Owen Treffin before Owen Treffin was Owen Treffin, and then assign it the value of beating him last year. It's totally different.
He was still Owen Treffin.
Okay, who has Connor Doucette beaten this year?
I'll tell you what he hasn't done is lost to somebody
no.
outside the top 10, which Christian Carroll has.
Just tell me. Okay.
So you think that?
No, I just want to know. Pull up his
I
wrestle
told
stat.
you already.
I'll look
he
it
beat
up.
David Suba. He beat Wilson Spires, Rylan Kuhn, Everest Ouellette, Ashton Davis, Jackson Mankowski.
Okay. So, yeah, Carroll has losses. He's wrestled a far tougher schedule, and he's got way better wins.
Okay.
It's not necessarily true. A far tougher schedule. Doucette wrestled in national duels. That's about equal to a CKLV.
It's only as equal to as the guys that he ends up wrestling. You can't just say national duels. No, who did he wrestle? He did not wrestle against Iowa. Not his fault, but he didn't. He didn't get to wrestle Keeter. He lost to AJ Ferrari.
So you think that Christian Carroll should?
He did not
be
wrestle.
above
He did not wrestle
Tegadali.
Trumbull. So you can't just say national duels.
He should just be above Tegadali.
I have no idea how Christian Carroll is behind Connor Doucette this year.
There is more evidence to suggest in Christian Carroll's career that he is inconsistent. He is not a consistently top 7-6 wrestler in the country.
And there's nothing to suggest. Connor Doucette has never
There
beaten
is more to
a
suggest
guy.
that Gadali is a top.
Connor Doucette has never beaten an All-American.
He beat Owen Treffin.
He's not All-American when he beat him.
Okay.
That's not what that means. You can't say, "Oh, it happened." Kozak, you should not say that. He did not beat an All-American. Just because they go on to do it doesn't mean you beat.
I
an
understand
All-American.
that.
Well, I didn't seem like you did.
What happens
You keep
is
saying
you
it.
get put up here, and then a guy just doesn't lose to anybody behind him.
So you think he should be
They can
punished
sneak up.
because Christian Carroll beat Tegadali and lost to Jimmy Mullen?
It's not punishment.
You think he
Christian
should be
Carroll has
moved down?
simply had a better year. That's it. That's all.
That's not entirely true. To lose to Jimmy Mullen is not entirely a better year, and you can't just ignore his career where he's been
Connor
inconsistent.
Doucette has not beaten a wrestler ranked as high as Jimmy Mullen this year.
He beat Dayton Pitzer when Dayton Pitzer was higher.
Okay, Dayton is now. It has now been revealed that Dayton is not probably.
Dayton Pitzer has better wins than Connor Doucette.
Yeah, if we rewind the time machine.
Okay.
I'm talking about this year.
I think it just proves AZ wrestling fans' point that heavyweight is one of the deepest weight classes this year.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you don't think that Carroll's last year should be considered at all?
To a point, but now it's very clear that's not who we're watching wrestle. It's very clear. It's very clear he's a different guy at 197.
He went dead to rights with Spencer Lanaska. Overtime.
He won. Now we're talking margin of victory. He
Yeah.
won that match.
Yeah, but still, you said it's crystal clear he's a different wrestler. This
Spencer
year.
Lanaska is good.
It is
You
not
keep talking
crystal-
about Dayton Pitzer. He beat
Spencer
Dayton Pitzer
Lanaska
twice.
lost to David Suba,
I know that.
who's ranked 20th.
I think you're taking margin of victory into it with the
No, I'm
eyeball
not.
test of Christian Carroll.
No.
You're also saying, yeah, you're
he
saying
beat Tegadali. I'm not saying he made.
Sounds like you want Tegadali down, not Christian Carroll up. You're only saying Christian Carroll up because
I want this season to have mattered.
and it does.
No.
Christian Carroll started down in like 25th.
Christian Carroll came in with a lot of question marks this season. We did not know what Christian Carroll
I'll say
was gonna
this:
get.
PJ Duke is given a lot more benefit of the doubt than Christian
No.
Carroll. Absolutely, absolutely. You assumed a win because of an injury default. This guy's out here beating top 6 guys, and he's behind guys who have never beaten an All-American.
PJ Duke's never lost to Tayshawn Glover.
Okay, he was in high school last year.
PJ
Hey, I'll
Duke
say this.
he never not finished a college season because of what reasons? That's the same guy.
That's old. That's old news.
That was last year. That's one season ago. That's the
If
only.
you
he's
all right,
never.
We should stop because if you don't understand the differences in last year, wrong weight, different place to now, then we should just stop.
It's the same person.
Did you just tell Kozak not to rank anymore?
No. We should just stop talking about it because I will never agree that it's like he's just continue. Because by that logic, if you're going to keep bringing up Tayshaun Prince or whoever the guy was that he lost
Tayshaun
to.
Glover. He lost to him. He lost to Wyatt Volker as well, who's in the weight.
Okay. I get it. You're not moving him. It's wrong. You'll never convince me.
He has come up.
He is
Not enough. And
It is
relative,
not different
the
than how
bar
we would-
that he is having to clear this year is much higher than guys ranked ahead of him. Yes, it is.
Well, his best win right now
why
is
should we not just drop Tay Gadali behind Christian Carroll
You could do that.
all the way down? Okay.
You could drop
Gadali's
him.
his best
You could
win.
drop him more.
Who's his best win besides Gadali this year?
Okay. Well,
nobody.
as far as I can tell, that's better than 90% of all the wrestlers.
You should be advocating for us dropping Tay down below Christian because Tay has not proven it. You should not be arguing for Christian Carroll higher.
Yeah.
That's why I think
Gadali
you are
this year
taking
is-
an eyeball test into this.
If you're-
Because you are not arguing for Tay down, you are arguing for Christian up.
Okay. So I've heard.
What's Tay's best win this
If
year?
you're going to continue this, probably Lanazga.
So Tay should go in front of Lanazga.
So I kept hearing, Pitzer, he beat Pitzer when he was ranked high. Well, he beat Coleman Sullivan when he was ranked 9th. But now that Cole's down, now that doesn't matter. That's totally inconsistent. Right?
Definitely
Yes, Tay Gadali should be lower. Yes, Christian Carroll should be higher. Then wrestlers have not had to prove it the way Christian Carroll has had to. And you've got guys in your top 8 that have never gotten elite wins, but they're just there because they were there and they've not lost to a guy that would be their best win on the season.
That's fair. I mean, I still think that it goes completely in line with how we do rankings.
Well, I would say
everywhere else.
that in that instance, it would not be how you should do it.
I still think what the conversation has been now is Gadali should be down since this year he has not been more impressive than. I mean, we only have a month and a half of results, and if you're saying, the Carroll win that should be the number one, then that's Gadali then hasn't done anything else.
There's more to suggest that Gadali's a top 6 guy than there is that Christian Carroll is.
Yeah, and I don't know that except for the fact that he majored him.
That happens all the time, Christian.
Does
You
it
know
happen all
that.
the time?
You know that guys lose that are ranked higher, and they don't go below the guy that they lost to.
I know. That is a singular data point of which there are multiple that say
But
he
Christian
should be
Carroll
high.
doesn't have this vast resume that you're suggesting.
His
that he
resume
has.
is better than all but a handful of guys on these rankings.
And I would say Connor Doucette has proven more over his resume that he's right around top 10. Whereas Christian Carroll's, he's a wild card. We don't really know where he's at.
He hasn't beaten anyone in the top 10 this year.
Yeah, this year, but throughout his career, he has more.
Throughout his career, he was a backup last year.
He has more to go off
We're
of.
talking
He wasn't
about
2 years ago.
2022-23 season?
Yeah.
Okay. I rest my
2023,
I rest my case.
2022, 23, and 2023,
We're
24.
talking about 2022 right now.
He has completed 2 full years of
Talking
college.
early.
Dog, you wanted AJ Ferrari number one.
We're talking
you
early.
wanted to go
You're
back 4
comparing
years.
Connor Doucette to AJ Ferrari right now?
You want him to go back
think
4
those are
rankings
years.
logic.
The rankings logic, you think the resume of Connor Doucette is similar to AJ Ferrari?
You think we should
Is
go
that
back
an
4
actual
years?
example? Are you entering that into evidence, counselor?
You wanted to go back 4 years for AJ Ferrari.
He's a national champion.
Okay.
This is a guy, round of 16, one time at the national tournament. Love Connor Doucette, but let's relax. Like, a lot of hype. Everyone's excited about him. I'm excited about him. But you can't say prove it and then okay, we're saying he beat a guy
Well, AJ
2 years before they All-American and saying, well, he's got to win over an All-American. That's showing some holes.
Okay, that's fair. I still think that
You got to stop.
I still think that it's more about who Christian Carroll is, and he is a wild card.
I don't see that.
You don't. Okay.
All right, boys. Shakes in the chat time. Next question, I think.
It's also 11:33. I think we're it's a busy day here in the office because we got everybody from out of town. We got our Iowa boys here. We got Andy Hamilton. We got Kyle Klingman.
Hamilton.
All right.
I think we got time to go over if we want to do a couple more questions.
Oh, we are supposed to talk
time
about
to
how
go
if
over.
you sign up for a yearly subscription, you get 7 months free.
Okay.
I was just
When
told
we
that.
said it.
How does that work?
I don't know.
Well, they don't give you it, but
Okay.
it's a good value.
Yeah.
All right. Amanda, let us know how much time we have to go over, if any. Philip Puckett asks or says, listening to CP go after Ohio refs last show reminded me of this time in an Ohio ref asked me offense, defense, or neutral instead of the standard top, bottom, or neutral. Anyone else ever heard of that? Or what are some other out of the normal things you've heard a ref say during a match?
Yeah. I always say top, bottom, neutral.
Or defer.
One thing this is a Shenandoah Valley special. You don't get this kind of officiating verbiage just anywhere. One time a coach, I just watched this match. It wasn't happening to me. I don't know what I would have done. It wouldn't have been good. But the guy got swipes. He got a 2 count, and he goes, "Hey, you had a 2 count. Where's the points?" And he goes, "Got to get 3 to get 2, coach." So
That's a good point about back points.
he thought you had to have a 3 count. This is old near fall rules. This is like 2007. And he thought you had to have 3 counts to get the 2 near fall, which obviously if you get 2.
Remember when you have to get a 5 count to get 3 points? That
Yeah.
made sense.
Yeah. It made a lot of sense. 2 gets you 2. 3, 2. 4, 2.
Would you be in favor of a 1 point near fall for a
I
1 count?
would. I don't know.
swipe?
I don't know if it's bad, but I'm kind of into it because like
You put them on their back.
you do have to hold them for a period of time because you think it's like, oh, it was like a
A gut wrench wouldn't do it.
no. You got to hold them there. Like 1 counts are. I would like it, but I'm okay with 2, 3.
It honestly kind of would be chaos.
I would
Think
kind
about
of
how many times so like
Oh.
a ref's not in position.
It
and has
makes-
to run around.
it makes-
to the angle.
It makes riding that much more interesting. Like, dude, he only needs he don't need a real turn. Just 1 second.
Dude, you get a cross dress and just boop.
Boop him over.
We got to be out at right now.
Okay.
because there's somebody coming back in. But Amanda said we could talk more about the Christian Carroll ranking if we wanted.
Oh, that's the only exception.
That is
Whoever's
dead.
coming into the studio next wants to know
They
about
have to give their
That
input.
discussion is dead. We're gonna go. We can't wait to hang with you guys this weekend. So many great events live on Flow Wrestling. If you're in Nashville, come say what's up for the Collegiate Duals starting on Saturday and Sunday. Going to be a great week of wrestling. We're back Tuesday, regular time.
Tuesday afternoon, I think.
Ooh.
Let me double check. Stall.
Hold on, stalling. Warning green. You get a warning.
It'll be the holidays.
We can give them a stall point.
Live at 3 p.m.
3 p.m., the sweet spot.
Drive time.
At least most people won't be working.
Central.
3 Central, 4 Eastern. We'll see you then. Have a great, great weekend. See you next time. Goodbye.